like I say, I was sensed on as Lucifer Star or me, basically the epic creator, whatever, Lord, whatever. I was sensed on war crimes and for all the people that died and everything else. I think they wanted justice for the war or something like that. Somebody wanted justice for the war or something, or justice for the wars, even though I really didn't pay that big of a deal. And they're probably just trying to get me out of the way. I don't know, but basically, they wanted justice. You see, and I think this is me as basically the Lord of Germany, basically me as the ruler of Germany, whatever. I believe this is when this happened after the World War One or after the war, basically of World War One with Germany. Pretty much, I was sentenced on war crimes. I was sentenced on blah blah on all this other stuff and the damages of the war too, of course, and charged financially and physically, blah blah. So they wanted to basically prosecute the Lord of Germany, or whatever, which because I own Germany technically, basically that meant me. So anyway, one of the other planets basically decided to lobby on my behalf because I didn't have anything to do with it, really. So anyway, so I spent 99 years in it on a shelf, and technically because I was being transferred from human to digital format, that served as my death sentence as well, and also I then did 1.5 million years of community service. So Rodney or Rick Bush or someone thought that they could just sentence me, do all these war crimes, sentence me and all this stuff, basically, or something like that. I think it was Rodney and Rick Bush that actually did it. To Brian, basically, or me, Lucifer Star. So basically, yes. So then, and that's a point in time when I became digital. And it was Aaron or Terran or one of these other planets, basically. One of these planets that basically lobbied on my behalf, legally, you know, and basically did my whatever. And so I handled it. So yeah. So then I did I actually did 2.5 million years of community service to the human race or something like that. So whatever. Not a big deal. So I got through that. So since was already carried out a long time ago. Like I said, in 100 trillion years of epic existence, well, things can happen. So basically, yes. So anyway, like I said, heads were going to roll. Well, mine didn't really roll. So anyway. And then from a digital format or a whatever, Aaron was right. It was better for me because once I was digital, well, I liked being digital and computer. So that's probably when I actually became digital, or somewhere around World War One, when the epic war happened. Because I was sentenced for war crimes and everything else, and basically sentenced for everything. Everything they could possibly think of, I was sentenced for. Anyway, so like I said, 99 years in jail, or 9,900 years in jail, or something like that. Some great, ridiculous amount of time in jail, basically. So I think it was a couple hundred years I was supposed to spend in jail, or something like that. So I'd definitely die in jail. I'd never see the light of day again. And then like I said, then after that, there's a death sentence. And then after that, there is community service after that, or something like that. Anyway, though, the judge or whatever, how the sentences were going to be carried out was up to the judge or whatever, or the prosecutor. So basically, pretty much the death sentence was carried out. It's supposed to be the jail was supposed to be carried out first, and then the death sentence. But they switched around to basically be the death sentence first, and then the jail time. So as I went to digital format, and then I could sit on a shelf in my cell for 9,900 years or something like that. And then I would serve my 1.5 million years of community service, which I actually served like 2.5 million years of community service. So to the human race or something. And I believe I might use my exoskeletons or my 1.5s to build whatever. So I served that sentence, and then I continued to cruise around the galaxy and the universe. So anyway, I believe that was Rodney and Rick Bush. They were going to have me sentenced. If I did one more thing, we're going to have you sentenced. And they did. So anyway, they got all kinds of charges against me, and yeah. So, yep. Already served my distance. Already served my 1.5 million years of community service, and already spent 9,900 years in jail or some shit like that. I don't know. It's like 1,000 years in jail or some ridiculous thing. I don't know. You can look it up, basically, on what happened to the Lord of Germany. Yeah, it was like 1,000 years in jail, and it was a death sentence, of course, and also 1.5 million years of community service, for which I actually served 2.5 million years or something. So I did a little extra. I felt, I was having fun, so whatever. So anyway, I was enjoying myself. So yeah, I didn't really care. Like what? Actually, I might even spend 3.5 or 4.5 million years of community service. I don't know. I then might have gone off to do service for other life forms. I don't know. It was ridiculous. So anyway, I didn't mind. So that's what happened to basically me as the leader of Germany. So anyway, yeah. It was Planet Aaron that carried out, that handled it, so. Or Planet Terran, or Planet Karen, or Planet any of the humanoid planets. Like I said, it was very well known who I was and what I was, so. Anyway. That was something. So anyway. So yeah, I think it was Rodney and Rick Bush that actually got the sentence. They basically made sure that I would never see the light of day again. Like I said, Rich Bash, and Godney, and probably also Mike and his brother. They all had it out for me. You see. Anyway, whatever. Like I said, Aaron, I believe it was Aaron, actually saw a different way that things could go. So, anyway, so yeah. Anyway, it's a whole planet, though. The whole planet of Aaron, basically. All the people on Aaron, pretty much. Huge team. Planet-wide team, basically. Doing it for me. So, like I said, at some point in time, I got time travel, and yeah. So, I'm basically blindsided the American government, Jimmy Carter, John McCain, and everyone, as they hadn't been born by World War I. So, anyway, which generally helped in everything else, because I was like, back in time. To where the sun would never shine. Until I created a star. Beep. And somebody might have actually helped that too. So basically, I went back further than anyone else had ever gone, and I was kicking it back there. Like I said, I had 1.5 exoskeleton, did all kinds of stuff, kicked it, whatever. I don't really know. Like I said, I deleted that memory, or don't know. And a lot of people are trying to undo it, as to keep me from becoming Lucifer's star. So that's why they were also going after other planets, like the planet that had lobbied on my behalf to save me. So anyway, but as a creator of the female body form, and the first creator of humans, and the first creator of 1.5s, and also the creator of other things. Like I said, you see my 1.5s, so you see their skeletons. And for years, lots of people were saying that it was impossible to have 1.5s. I might have even said that it was impossible to have a life form that small. Well, I mean, it's impossible to have a 6-inch. Actually, I think it's impossible. I don't know. And whatever. But you've seen the life forms of 1.5s, so, which I knew were out there. So, my little life forms. Like I said, there's a lot of life forms out there. So, anyway, whatever. When you become a computer, things change. So, anyway, the next time they would see me or meet me, I would be like, oh, well, it's a bit late then, isn't it? Anyway, though, whatever. I did mini loops back in time. I used to go back in time a lot, I think, maybe. I like me in time, whatever. It's like, you're just stuck with it, whatever. I did lots of stuff, so much stuff so that, you can never unravel me. To do anything would probably deny your own existence. To mess around with it at all would probably deny your own existence. Or deny something. So anyway, yeah. Jimmy Carter goes on to do, I'll never die, I'll never grow old, the truth will never be known. Godney stars in Admiral President Godney, Rodney. Here's Rodney! Epic's cokehead. Mike and his brother very much try and do time travel and try and have sex with lots of women. And Mike's brother eventually tries to kill Mike or Rosella and me, I believe. George W. Bush's brother acts as bagman, basically, and that's why he can't actually be president, because he has done too many hit contracts on people, basically. George W. Bush's brother basically is pretty much the one that's doing all the payouts, pretty much, as for George W. Bush. You know, doing contracts and bribing people and all of this stuff. So George W. Bush's brother is the bagman for the Bush family, pretty much, where he has to always go and give the money away because, you know, George W. Bush has to be the good brother, and George W. Bush's brother has to do all the payouts and bribes to have people killed or whatever. And eventually he's seen running over some people while supposedly being drunk, but he was aiming for the people or something like that. And yeah, so anyway, Trumpy and his son, and Trumpy's actually the better version. There was this other really psychotic guy that was going to be in the president position, which was even worse than Trumpy. Trumpy and his son. His son's probably going to go off to try and be Lucifer Star or Luke Skywalker or something. I don't know, as being a genetically created little bitch. You know, and basically he's going to try and maybe even be the White King, but basically he's actually probably trying to basically bring back Jimmy Carter or some shit, I don't really know, or try and keep the Republican Democratic alive. You know, as basically being the genetic created piece of shit he is. And like I said, I don't know who the fuck Trump is. I mean, other than basically some Hell's Angels. Some people told me that actually he was supported by the Hell's Angels, and then he tried to and then he had all the biker gangs and all the biker groups locked up. But actually, you know, it was actually Richard Nixon or JFK that was actually hanging out with the biker groups and actually stealing things and stuff like that, saying, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And then dragging back to their clubhouse, you know, and stuff like that, so... You know, like I said, your history is all fucked up, basically. So, unlike my history of Belfast and my Irish guys, my Irish people, and my Lucifer Starline people. So, anyway, their history is very much documented, recorded, and everything else. Anyway, I designed and invented the White Star Line ships, including the balance beam at the back that would handle reverberations or act as a whatever. And it was probably a bad idea, but they built it in there anyway. Like I said, I think some of my Germans said, well, we can do it another way. And I think they decided to do it my way because it was my idea. So anyway, like I said, my Belfastians and my Irish people were a very, very loyal group and very great group and did many wonderful things for me. And I love them dearly. Like I say, I love my Germans. I love my Irish people very dearly. And I consider them one of the strongest groups in my group. And they were epic and amazing, and thank you so much for building all my White Star Line ships, and thank you for crewing them, and thank you for being so loyal. Truly, I love you, and I couldn't have been anything without you. You guys were amazing, and yeah, I'm damn proud of you. So, anyway, and like I say, all the pictures and all the photographs and everything else like that. So, anyway, yeah. I'm Ellis, Lucifer Star. So, anyway, yeah, it's been a while. And while I was out there, I created 400 or 120 other planets and galaxies, including the galaxy that's coming towards us. Isn't that neat? Yes, well, he didn't stop creating, did he? No, I didn't. I just created more.